What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bradley's Garage. Today, a buddy of ours picked up this truck. This is one of those, family deals. This is the good guy deals. These are the kinds that we love to see. Family wants to get rid of a truck, hasn't been driving it for over a year, kind of just been sitting. So he picked it up for $1. So that's a sweet deal. We can't pass that up. And he brought it over. He wants us to kind of go through just the basics on what does he need to look for after a truck's been sitting for a year, or a car or hasn't been driven. Like, what do you need to check on? So let's jump into it and show him kind of the basics. Let's just see how good a deal he picked up. All right, so let's just do a quick walk around. Obviously, step one, we want to see the tires. Let's take a look at when these guys were made. 30th week of 2016. So, yeah, I mean, those are like, 8 years old. So they're up there. They're on the, they still have some tread. They don't look uneven wear. So alignment looks pretty good. They're all the same Goodyear Eagle. So let's see. Yeah. 30th week of 16. So we are, what are we about? We're about there now, right? So, January, where are we? April. So yeah, we're about, 28 weeks in. So those are 8 years old. Tires are generally good for, 7 years, they say. Driving after that is, you have a higher probability of having a blowout. So tires would be something, that we'd be looking at. What else? Do you notice that this right front, it's either, is it the rim itself, or actually, I think, at first I thought maybe it was a sticky caliper because of, it's got a lot of excess brake fluid, but now, brake dust. But now I see some fluid here, and that tells me that we might have a wheel bearing that is leaking here. So we got some grease coming out and getting all over the face of the wheel. So from the distance, I thought it was brake dust. So maybe like a sticky caliper or something. But anyway, tires look, like I said, 8 years old. Let's pop the hood and see what's going on under there. Okay, so we got the hood up. First thing, obviously, we noticed is the hood chocks are bad, so just use little vice grips to hold it up. The only thing that John did here when he got the truck is he put a battery in it, he checked the oil, and it started right up. So, which is good. It's a Ford, so most of the time they start up. All right, so things look pretty decent. I don't see anything obvious. He said he checked the oil, so let's do that. Actually looks pretty clean. Still not bad. According to the sticker on the window, it's only been a couple of thousand miles since it's been done. Obviously longer than a year, so if you go off of the year rule and you want to change it every year, then it might be a good idea to change it. So it looks like it's it's about a quart low. It's at the bottom hole, so might be burning a little bit of oil, might be leaking a little bit of oil. He noticed just a small puddle from the garage where it had been sitting for the last year. Other than that, Motorcraft belt, accessory belt, serpentine belt, so that's good. Nothing crazy. We could check the fluids. Got a power steering. Really can't see much. Everything's kind of dirty. We need to have it running ideally. Brake fluid is up to par. So our recommendation obviously would be to do all the common maintenance stuff. So do the air filter, do the oil change, do brake fluid flush. Think about those tires. They're 8 years old, so I wouldn't be taking any long trips, across the country. Around town, you'll be fine. But start budgeting for some tires, and then really just kind of get everything cleaned up. Do one of our little engine details on this guy, and then just monitor it over the course of a couple of weeks. See if you see any leaks coming from, valve covers or oil pan or anything like that. But in general, it looks pretty decent. Let's check out inside. Inside, it just needs to be cleaned up. This is a 2000 F-150. So, what are we at? 24 years old. So. It's a good looking truck. Not bad exterior wise. Paint's a little faded, a little oxidized, but you might be surprised that this thing might actually clean up with a little paint correction. Might actually be kind of shiny again. So all in all, these family deals, somebody you know, passes away, unfortunately. Sorry to hear that, but we're going to continue this this truck, put it to good use, find a new home for it, and yeah, it's I think it's a solid buy for $1. You can't beat that, right? So this has got the V6. So good good workhorse engine, good work truck. It'll get things done. If you don't have a truck and you need a truck, then this is a nice little addition to the stable. All right, guys, so I went ahead and pulled. I know we talked about a little bit of grease here, so I just want to check it out. It looks like somebody got a little carried away with packing the wheel bearing here. As you can tell, it looks like brand new rotors, brand new pads, and brand new calipers. I'm not really sure why you would change the calipers as well, but that's the good news, is that the brakes are actually taken care of. So one less thing off the checklist to worry about. So we'll monitor this one, make sure we don't have any other leaks. We'll get this one cleaned up the rest of the way. But yeah, all new rotors. On the F-150s, a lot of them have the rotor and the hub. The wheel bearing is all one assembly. So if you rotor goes bad, you have to change out everything. So it's good. Less money you have to spend on this, and yeah, like I said, solid investment so far. Okay, so AC doesn't work. So it could be as simple as a leak. It could be charged. 170,000 miles. So let's take it for a little spin around the block and see what she feels like on the road. 172. Shit, it might have been 172.8. Like literally, was the oil just changed? If it was, then why do we have quart low though, right? All right, well, feels pretty good. I don't feel any misfires. I don't feel anything out of the ordinary. The transmission is shifting smooth. So yeah, it runs really good. So I mean, hey, our F-150, we have a 2004, so the next generation from this, and we have like 356,000 miles on that. That's the 4.6 liter V8, so that thing has been the most amazing truck we've ever owned. I mean, it never misses a beat. Never had a problem with it. Did the timing chains at like 265,000, and the thing just runs and runs and runs and runs. It's hell of a truck. So F-150, that's why it's the #1 selling truck, you know, in the country. They sell more of these guys than any other truck. So can't go wrong. V6, you'll get a little bit better gas mileage. Maybe you know, can't haul as much, can't tow as much, but yeah, it looks good. Like I said, I think it's just a matter of do the fluids, just do the coolant, do the brake fluid, do an oil change and stuff, so you know. I mean, this says 172, you know, it's probably a 3,000 mile recommendation. We're at 170, so really it's barely been done. But why are we a quart low? It's saying that we might have a little bit of a leak, might be burning a little bit of oil, but yeah. And then we got to check out the AC. So AC needs to be leak checked, and see if it's just as simple as low on, free on. So yeah, a couple window switches. This one's a little finicky. The power lock on this door is broken, but all easy stuff. You know, one trip to the junkyard and no problem. You can get a few idle items and dial it in. So all in all, I think it's not a bad truck. Yeah. All right, guys, so I left it running. I know it's kind of hard to hear, but I thought I heard maybe a tiny exhaust leak. I don't really notice it while driving, but as you can see, somebody's definitely done a transmission service. The pan is spotless, and then you have the oil pans has a little bit of residue, so it's leaking a little bit there, but like I said, all in all, you just got to clean it up. The only way to know that if you got an oil leak or not is, I mean, you got to clean it up. You got to get all the oil off and then drive it around for a couple days, a week, and then see, you know, where the evidence of leaking is. But all in all, I think it's a pretty solid truck. And you know, those kind of give John an overview of what we thought was kind of the basics that you need to do if you had a car that's been sitting for a while, and you just, you know, the fundamentals are there. You know, you got your tires, you got to get that coolant done, you got to get the oil, filter, all the maintenance items. The other thing we could do is, who knows when the spark plugs were done last. So they're a little bit easier on this V6 versus the V8. It's kind of a pain, yeah, just do your tune-up items, man, and then drive it, and then start picking out, picking off all the little things with the switches and the AC and all that stuff. So anyways, hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.